Hey, what's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. Y'all know my slogan. Life is a game of chess. Hey guys, I want to share with y'all a beautiful game that I played against a very strong opponent, Jason Voorhees. Very strong. I actually played the White Lion game. Somebody asked me, and I know I get this question a lot. Can you play the White Lion against a Sicilian? The answer is absolutely. All right, so without further ado, we're going to actually get started. All right, guys. So I play e4. He plays c5. I go d3, d5, knight d2, d captures e4, then d captures e4. All right. So g6. A lot of times, guys, every time I play the white line, I think probably like 80 to 90% of the time when I play this, I always get somebody that plays the Sicilian, and it always plays the g6 and bishop g7. Like the dragon. So I always get this a lot. So I still go with my same plan. Pawn c3, bishop g7, queen c2. B6 is played. Obviously he wants to put pressure on the e4 pawn, but obviously, guys, that's not a problem. Knight f3, bishop b7, and I go h3. The whole point of h3, guys, as y'all already know, eventually I want to go g2, g4. Knight b to d7, I go bishop b2. And also, guys, I know a lot of times, like when I talk about the white lion opening, I always tell you, what my plans and what my strategy is and stuff. But it's very, very important for you to know that if you're going to play the white line, you want to know exactly what moves your opponent is going to make. I already knew with this knight d7 move that maybe he wants to come maybe knight e5 or maybe knight f6 to put more pressure on the e4 pawn. So you want to not just play your moves, but you want to know exactly the concept or really know the moves that your opponent is making. Because the more you start playing with the thought in mind that, okay, my opponent is making this move and this is the reason why he's doing it. When you keep playing like that, then you'll start get the understanding why you do the moves that you do. All right, so my opponent plays a6. I play g4 automatically. I know Ginger GM always talks about if they go a6, you go g4. But normally that's when he was talking about it. Usually when black castle king side, or if you was playing the black line, as the black pieces and stuff. And when white goes h3, you go from h6, h7 to h6, and then g7 to g5. With a king side attack, whether they castle or not, and they go a6, I still go g4. Even a lot of times, if you could look at a lot of my videos, a lot of times I still play g4 either way. So I just like it, and it's aggressive. Knight f6. So knight f6 is played, and as you see, guys, when he goes knight f6, he is putting he's not really putting pressure on the e4 pawn, but you know it's a move that he's doing, right? So I did a move, guys, and I'm gonna explain this to you. I'm gonna explain all this to you right now, and it's kind of complicated, but I'm gonna share this with y'all anyway. All right. So the move that I played is e5. I intentionally moved my pawn to e4 to e5. All right. Obviously, my opponent, he doesn't take the pawn. He goes knight d5. But let's actually look at this. If he actually goes knight captures e5, my whole point was to go knight captures e5, where he could just take my rook. If he does take my rook, then my plan was queen a4 check. The whole point of this move, guys, if he actually decides to go, I don't know, I'm trying to give y'all something like, I don't know, like maybe something like knight d7. If he goes knight d7, all I would do would just go knight d7. The whole point is if he takes, then I have bishop b5, where I'm pinning his queen. The only way he can really stop it is with bishop c6, but I mean, you're pretty much giving up the bishop anyway. So that was something that I was thinking in my analysis when I was analyzing my games and stuff. I was trying to try, different sacrifices. So that was something that I was coming up with. Another thing is he could just move here as well. He could just do that. Then I thought about, okay, I could just go knight f3. I did thought about maybe going f3, but the thing is, after bishop g2, I mean, he could still get away with. Well, he really can't get away with it, because I could go king f2, and if he goes here, I mean, I thought about that too. Trapping his bishop like that. You know, uh, get the win the exchange and all that. So I was thinking about stuff like that as well. But I know the engine didn't even recommend it, which was crazy though. Which is why I was analyzing my own sub and trying to see what I came up with. Which is why I was saying f3. But the engine recommended knight f3. The whole point is, if he does take, he does have bishop captures f3, where he is attacking the rook. But also, if he goes rook b8, then obviously you'll fall for this fork, which is not what you want. Um, and honestly, I mean, he could technically just go queen d7, but I still have bishop f4 where I'm threatening rook d1. So it still works out in my favor either way. So like I said, I don't want to get too in depth with this. This is something that I was looking into and all. So I don't want to get too. I don't want to mess up y'all minds with complications or whatever. But this is stuff that I like. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. But anyway, guys, let's actually get back to the actual game. All right. So e5. He goes knight d5. So the move that I played, guys, I played the move e6. The reason why I play e6, guys, because I'm undermining this f7 pawn, so that he won't protect this pawn on g6. In other words, guys, if he goes on f captures e6, I do have the move queen captures g6 on check, which is something that I'm threatening. All right, and obviously his king would not be able to castle. His king would be in bad shape. All right, so that was the whole plan. That's why. So that was one of my big reasons why I played e5. All right. So after e6, my opponent just played um, knight f6. Instead of actually taking his pawn right away, guys, I decided to put my knight in a better square. I played knight e5. Another reason why I played knight e5, guys, because I'm pretty sure y'all probably looking at moves like knight f4 where he could take the rook. Again, guys, you don't want to get too greedy or whatever. And this is pretty much what I was preparing for, to try to sacrifice the rook so I could get so I could get the initiative and attack going, and literally trying to make the guy. That's what I want to do. All right. So with knight e5, I'm doing a lot of things, guys. I'm threatening knight captures f7. I'm threatening e captures f7. There's a lot of threats going, even with this light square bishop, because his light squares are pretty weak. So I got a lot of things going on here, guys. And again, guys, this is literally probably like this is only the 13th move, guys. 13 moves with the white lion, and already he's already in big trouble. This is why I like playing the white lion. The white lion, if you don't know what you're doing or whatever, you can easily get caught up in some stuff. All right, so he goes knight f4, and again, guys, like I just told y'all before, this is stuff that I was prepping for. This is stuff that I was already ready for. Knight f4. Making him try to get my queen. But the move that I played, guys, I played bishop f3. I did play that. Why did I play bishop f3? Well, the whole point of bishop f3, guys, because if he actually takes, then I could go knight captures f3. Not only is my knight is supporting each other, but also my bishop would be hitting the knight on f4. And then, guys, another thing I was thinking about, I was thinking of some mating patterns. If I could get this knight out of the f4 square, then once I take this pawn would be weak, and then somehow I could try to get him in a smothers mate. That was something that I was thinking as well. So again, it wasn't about me just trying to give up the rook. At first I was, but then when I saw that, okay, his king side is really weak, and as soon as I take this pawn, this knight is defending this pawn on g6, and my queen is here, and it's just literally just waiting for the queen just to get to the g6 square. Literally waiting. So that's the reason why I did bishop f3, hoping that he takes, and then I could go knight captures f3, where bishop captures f4. And of course, guys, my opponent did wind up taking anyway, because if he didn't, I mean, he's going to be in a world of hurt anyway. So instead of taking the bishop right away, I just go e captures f7 check first. Obviously, he only has one move, king f8. So just imagine, guys, if my queen was like maybe on b3, and if this knight was out the way, I can get him as smothers me. But obviously, guys, I have a knight on f4, so I gotta try to get that out the way, right? So of course, I go knight catches f3, get the bishop out the way, but also uh, I make my way free for the dark square bishop, hitting the knight on f4. All right. So knight d5. He goes knight d5 again, guys, because he sees that he's letting this knight defend this g6 point, and the whole point is if I take, he could take back with the knight from d5 to f4. That's the whole point. All right. So the move that I played is I still played bishop captures f4. Um, and the reason why I played bishop captures f4, guys, because I wanted to get this bishop out the way so I can get the rook file. Which is what I did. I go rook d1, which is literally the best move, I think. So rook d1, he goes queen c7, and then what do I do? I'm gonna let y'all see. I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to figure out what move I played in this position. Give y'all 5 seconds. You can pause the video if you want. All right, guys. So the answer is queen e4. Now you're probably like, why queen e4? Why queen e4? Well, again, guys, like I told y'all before, I want to get this knight out the way so I can get to this g6 square, and that's pretty much what I want to do, guys. I want to get to that g6 pawn and somehow try to mate him, and that's pretty much the whole point of that. That's what I want to do. All right. So my opponent actually did a blunder. Actually, yeah, he did a blunder. He decided to protect his knight on f4, and he actually missed this move. So just so y'all know, queen e4 it's a double attack. Again, of course, guys, I want to get this knight out the way so I can get to the g6 pawn. But also, guys, this was a better threat because I'm hitting the knight, but also I'm hitting the rook on a8, and that was the whole point. But yeah, after g5, I go queen captures a8, and then of course, my opponent resigned in this position. So yeah, as you can see, guys, this is pretty nasty though. But again, guys, I highly recommend that if you're gonna play the White Lion, make sure get the experience and just start playing a bunch of opponents with the White Lion after every game. Analyze your game. Make sure you understanding exactly the moves that you're making. Also, understand the moves that your opponent is making, because if you can understand the moves that your opponent is making, it will really make life easier for you, which is why you can make intelligent decisions when playing the White Lion. Also, guys, again, if you haven't seen the last video that I created with the White Lion, I just want to let y'all know that my White Lion video course is actually available. You can actually get to it in this description box. And also, guys, if you look at my promotion video, as soon as you go on the YouTube channel, it actually should show. The link is also on there as well, and also is on the one of the the YouTube channel arts. You should see all these links on there as well. So yeah, so you should see all that on there. But like I said, guys, if you're interested in wanting to play the White Lion and you don't want to get stuck with all these theories and having to memorize all these variations or whatever, because literally, guys, if you look at all my videos, I don't really make the same moves, and I just want to make that clear to y'all. As you see, I really don't do anything different or whatever. Obviously, it might be a few adjustments when your opponent plays specific moves and everything, but other than that, you literally just play the same moves and everything, and you just demolish, your opponents, like literally. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of y'all that have been watching me, y'all already know how I am. Y'all already know how I play, and y'all know I don't BS around with y'all at all. So, again, if you like this video, make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know what you think, and also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, peace.